And we are live. Just let some guys get in. Let me just share the chat. Where's the comments? Right, let me just double check that this is working correctly. And I will show you what I'm doing with a liquidity pool. And I will show you what I'm doing. Right. All good in the hood. So, I saw this article today, which was, I'm working 5 days a week at 82 and I'll be paying my mortgage off until I'm 99. Now, if that doesn't scare you, because in the UK now, I mean, the state pension's bad as it is, but the actual age that I can officially get my state pension, let me have a look, is I'm 68 when I can get it, which is crazy. But anyway, we're not looking at that. We are looking at this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest the yield. I'm going to exit both these pools because everyone seems to be scared of exiting pools. And then I'm just going to set up a new single pool because that's all I want to do, which will be about 2,000. Yeah, but just over 2.5K's worth of a pump and Solana pool because I want these two assets. Now, you may be thinking, Matt, I don't like these assets. That's not the point. The point is I'm showing you what you can do. So it doesn't matter if you don't like pump, if you don't like Sol, whatever assets you want, this is how easy it is. I'm going to show you to set up a liquidity pool of your own. Now, obviously, there's different protocols, different providers, there's different sites, yada, yada, yada. But on this, I'm using Orca, which is a Solana-based protocol, which is what I'm going to show you how we're doing it. So far this month, and I only started recording this about 5 days into it, so $235 yield, but I'm about to just claim some more yield from this pool. So if we go and harvest yield, just got to confirm the transaction. Right. So I've harvested the yield, which was $105. And then what I'm going to do is just record that. And you don't have to record it yourself. Obviously, there's various spreadsheets. We have a couple in the group, but if I just bang that on there, $340 total yield halfway through the month. Not too bad. So back to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit these pools and then reset the range on the one that I is that even a word? The singular pool that I want to enter. So we're going to go on the Zcash USD one, close the position. and then that will give me some crypto, and then I'm going to exit this next one. And as if by magic, we've got no pools. So we've got no pools left, and this is where a lot of you guys will be starting. And I'm just going to check on my wallet here what I've got. So roughly looks about right. I started with around 2,000 in this wallet, 2,400, and now it's 2,800, which going back off this is about right. Yeah. So let's get back to, and put any questions you want in here. If we get back to the pools, it goes back into your wallet. You can goes back into your wallet, your crypto wallet that is, see at the top of the screen, the top right, that's my crypto wallet connected to the protocol. And obviously you can reinvest it into the pool if you wanted to. You can compound it. There's different ways of doing it. VFAT, you can select to auto compound it or not, which is another site that we use, in which I did a test for Keter, and then I sent it to the wrong address, but that's another story for another day. And you can auto compound. So there should be a little thing on here that says auto compound, which you can do. But if we get back to this and we go to pools, so I just need to have a look in my wallet. I mean, I've got some USDC tokens. I'm just going to swap because I want it to be Solana. And I originally started this wallet yielding with 10 Solana. So now I've got, if this will refresh. Sell to Solana. I think I've got 12 or 13 actually. That's the thing though, it keeps you active. So if you want to be active in crypto, DeFi is good because it is productive seeing yourself earn yield and earning income, rather than, like you said, just getting bored and watching your crypto do absolutely nothing, which is what people are generally sick of seeing, you know, the crypto doing absolutely nothing. Right, so I've got 16 Solana. So we're going to put 16 Solana in a pool and make it work. So you can obviously, so what you do is you go on the site, if you're looking for Solana pools, there's $312 million total value locked, $210 million 24-hour volumes. It's quite a lot. And you can search by the tokens you've got or you want. So you can see here, this is what is in this particular wallet. I've got 1 Zcash that I've yielded, and I've got 16 Solana. Now I could go in a Zcash Solana pool, but I think they're not that great, if I'm honest, because I want to yield Solana as well. I don't want USDC. I want two assets together. I just want to do one pool. because it's only 2,500. It's not a lot, to be honest with you. So I just want to do one pool. And for me, I'd rather earn Solana. It depends, though. We'll have a look. So Zcash. See, and this is the thing as well. So people are going here, look at the top coins, look at the total value locked in these is horrendous. So we're going to filter it by total value locked at the top, and it will show, right, what are the top earning pools. So we've got Zcash, USDC, Zcash, Solana. Total value locked to 91,000. Now, the issue you'll have with this, for example, is if I was to enter this pool, and let's just say I went on 10% range-ish either side. If I was to put, the max in here, it'll just say low liquidity. Now, that would earn me $437 a month. But the issue is I'm putting 2,600 in, and the liquidity of the actual pool is only 91,000. So I'm putting in quite a bit for that. So that's not an option. So we get rid of that. The other one is the USDC one. Total value locked is 549,000. And again, you have to look at these ranges. We'll go through what the ranges are in a minute. But let's just say we wanted to do a 10% wide each one on this. What will it say for... Oh, that's the thing. I need to swap the Zcash as well. Sorry, for Solana. Let's just say... we swapped it 546, but again, I don't want to do it with USDC. So let's try Solana. And again, going back on that, you're going to see all the shit coins that are paired with it. You've got Fartcoin, GP, whatever that is, and then there's hardly any total value locked. So we've got Solana. So these are the highest ones locked. Obviously, you're going to have USDC. You've got the Coinbase BTC, and this is starting from the highest ones. So you can scroll down quite far, to be honest with you. Depends on what coins you want, what coins you have. You've got a wrapped Ethereum one, but I quite like Pump. So I'm going to go back into the one I had, which was this one. And then we look at the range. So like this is the range up till August, September. So there's there's a massive thing here. And it only kind of dropped below this bit here, around this section. So if we go on here, that's the 5% range. And obviously you aim to try and get it to stay within the ranges as much as possible. So there we go, last 2 weeks, good man. You want to try and stay within the range as much as possible, really, so it doesn't go out. Obviously, it's not an issue if it does, but it's better to try and stay in them because of fees. And obviously, if you're with a stable asset as well, it goes out, then you get more of the stable asset than the actual asset you want. So you want to try and keep it in range as much as possible. But this is kind of shooting up again here. So, you can obviously custom move the ranges. I don't know if I can grab it actually. How do I do it on here now? Right. So you can do this. But the problem is if you go too far, then the actual yield will be not good. It's probably easier on here actually. So if we did like a 30% range, which is 15, that's covering this here. And the 15% range would only get us 5%, which would be, if we're going on here, $128 a month off 2K, which anything else would be not too shabby, but I like being a bit more riskier. That's just my personality. So we're going for 10. It would have slightly gone out of range today, but you'd be getting 8% on that, which would be $207. Not fantastic, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, there are some other options. There's a USDC one, but the yield's not as good. Obviously, I could just do a Solana one with USDC. And then if I went on, if you look at the range here, if I went on a 10% one, that's not done too bad. To be honest with you, it's only dipped below it slightly. On that, you're getting 3% a month. If you want to tighten the ranges a bit more, like that, you're getting about 4%. Go to 5%, you're getting 6%. See, these aren't massive ranges on here because they're well-known coins for these particular ones. As you see, when I was on the Zcash one before, that was earning me quite a decent amount. But you do earn, it does compound. So the longer you're in a pool, it does generate quite a lot of fees. The more kind of price action there is, the more fees are kind of generated, which is good. Sorry to hear you lost 100k. How did you lose it? Because you shouldn't lose it, because it should go into the most, when it goes out of range, it should go into the most stable asset. So all I can think is you had two unstable assets. I'm not sure. Yes, Ian, I'm just setting up a single pool to show you guys how to do it, but I'm just looking for a few of them at the moment. I'm not sure which one I want to do, because I don't want a boring pool. And again, it depends on how risky you guys want to be when doing this, you know. So the pool I was in before with Zcash was this one. And if we zoom in, the price movement recently has helped. See, look, 43% you're getting on this one. That is some spicy yield. That is some spicy yield. And, you know, I do like Zcash, so maybe I should just go into this and get some more Zcash, because this is earning decent. 10% range is still 21%. You know, if I put in, I think it's 2,500 I've got in this particular wallet. What would that be? 2.5k, 546 a month, which is not too bad, to be honest. Or another one that was doing well recently was Monad. Monad is going insane, but there is a Monad Solana pool, but the TVL is not that much. I don't know why this chart shows it like that. I think it's because it started off really high. If you look at the price of Monad, yeah, so it's gone sideways pretty much within a range since a month, and there's a lot of let me just go back on here. Can the pool crash to zero and lose your invested coins? It can only go to zero if you're in a very low liquidity based pool. or one of the coins that you've got in the pool goes to zero, but even then it may still, if you were the stable asset may still catch some of that value. So if you're in a pool with two shit coins and they both go to zero, then yeah. There's obviously, you've got risks of hacks, etc. But I showed this previously, which was this. And this is the total amount of money in DeFi locked. So for example, 129 billion is locked in DeFi. In the UK, Starling Bank and Monzo Bank both have around 26 billion locked in value, or should I say they've got that much assets. And the top DeFi protocols, you can see Aave's got 36 billion, so there's more locked in Aave than a bank. So we're not talking small change here in terms of the size of these protocols. You know, you sign on some of them do look stupid, to be honest. But again, when you're doing your research on the protocols, just look at what the top value locked is, and you can compare it. This one's got about 400 million locked in Orca. And again, it's not the only Solana one as well. So there is another one called Radium. So this is another one here that I could enter. And again, it shows the liquidity pools on here. But I don't like Radium as much, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I don't like Radium. I just feel like it's it's just not as user friendly. I don't like the interface of Radium, to be honest with you. Just not a big fan. And again, if you want support with what we're doing and you want to join the group, you can book a call with one of the guys. Or you can just download the free PDF, which I will post in the chat. If you can't access it because the links are messed up, which they probably will be, just go in the description, any description recently. Right, let's get back to Orca. So go back to Orca, and again, this, because the total value locked is small. Again, if you were to look, you can see it's saying warning low liquidity, and that's literally putting $500 in. So just be careful with low liquidity. So I'm just going to go into probably this pump Solana one. And for the range, estimated yield, let's just say I banged in at 5%. 8 Solana, so that's 2,200 going in, $400 a month. That is yielding. That's not too bad. The ranges I want a bit higher, to be honest with you, because if you look, you know, it was in this nice range for ages, then dropped out. So if we did a 10% range, 195, I want it to be at least 10% a month. All right, let's do that. $285 a month, right? Trade. We're going in. We have messed up. We have messed up. Not enough salt. What is going on? What is going on here, boys? Right, let's try again. And again, you only know sometimes by testing things. Like the 30-day yield may actually be higher just because of how the market is doing. So if the market is going up or going down quite a bit, there'll be more fees generated. So there we are. You can see total value there. I've put $1,800 in, and then it's generating $181 dollars back. I still got probably $800 worth of crypto in this wallet to play with, which again I could probably just go back in a Zcash pool, but I'm going to leave that there for now. But that's pretty much how simple it is to do it. It's not hard, but again, like, there are more caveats with it in terms of ongoing different yields. Everyone's got a different risk profile. You can borrow against your crypto. You can borrow against your Bitcoin to yield crypto. There's a number of different tokens. There's a number of different protocols. There's a million different combinations of crypto to use. So at the end of the day, this isn't the be end all of DeFi. This is just a quick overview of how to process and set up a liquidity pool. But yeah, that's all I wanted to hop on to do tonight. I will be back for some more live streams next week. Gonna maybe get 2 or 3 streams hopefully in the next week or so done, and some more videos as well. But if you've got any issues or whatever with anything, just drop a comment and I'll see if I can help. That's it for me today, and see you guys very soon.